Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Feast of Dice channel. We are here for session 3 of Heralds of the North Wind. I'm going to give us a little recap, and then we'll get right into it. When we left the party last, they were exploring we'll call it derelict, but the ruins of a library in the 7th Ring in the wizarding city of Orsahd. Finding this destroyed library, you also came across a broken codex, which I believe I have here in my notes that Barnabas named Remnant.
Yes.
But broken codex, stripped of its secrets that it once held here in the library, which you also discovered was the Library of Adaptation, the library belonging to one of the founders of Orsahd, Orsahd Tess. Being escorted there by one of the paragons of Orsahd, a paragon by the name of Rune. After discovering, Barnabas got a nat 20 on your check to access information in the codex. And you learned that the destruction of the library had occurred because its founder, Orsahd, had opened a door to the wild path within the confines of the library, destroying it nearly 300 years ago. After learning this, along with the secrets that Oleander, that you gave Rune and the rest of the group about the disappearance of your mentor, Orlantris, and also the former partner of Orsahd, you were, we could call it ambushed, I guess, but you were
betrayed.
The word incarcerated seems a little bit too harsh, but you were being held potentially for questioning.
Detained?
Detained.
Is that more accurate?
Thank
Yeah.
you. Detained. That was the word I was looking for. And you are all being escorted up to the 8th ring currently. Just a few little details. Oleander, when Hold Person was cast on you, you were holding Remnant, the broken codex. That is now being, both you and Jace are being escorted by Horizon, that large elemental that we got to look at, who is guarding the ruins where you found the library. Horizon, in addition to escorting you, is also slung over their back. Now they have Remnant. So the broken codex is traveling with you. It's just not on your person anymore. Also in tow, Barnabas is your, I think, an ally of the whole party, but in particular, your former Paramagus and now the librarian to the Library of True Sight, who's gotten wrangled into this whole thing.
Because of me. Because I brought them along.
Being escorted by Rune, Barnabas, you are the only one who the Hold Person spell is not actually in effect on. And you succeeded at your deception check to hide the fact that you are not under the effects of that spell currently.
I have a plan, don't worry.
You are, again, being escorted to the 9th ring. Give me... We'll do this for Barnabas. Give me an investigation check real quick.
Certainly.
Or you can make it an insight check, too. Whichever...
Investigation, I have a +7, so I'm going to do that.
Okay.
It is the 20, isn't it? 23.
Great. On a 23, I think you understand the protocol that's going on here. You are being taken to the 9th ring to be detained and questioned. It's given what you have learned, it's not the most. It's kind of protocol what's happening now. You're not necessarily in danger, but you are. Once they get you to the 9th ring, it's with every step you take, it's going to become increasingly harder to get out of this position that you are in. I think on a 23 investigation too, you also know what the biggest risk is here, or worst case scenario. And the worst case scenario being, this string of clues and secrets that you've been following is to try and find Kira, to find out what has happened to Kira. If you were to lose that information, the trail would go cold. The biggest danger here is that the knowledge that all three of you have come into, and Azakai as well, if that is deemed dangerous by the Council of the Eighth Ring, you will have those memories wiped. Which not only spoils the intrigue of the things that you've learned so far, but it also is going to make it a lot more difficult to find out what has happened to Kira. And as you're being escorted, I'm going to make a little roll real quick. 17 on the die. Again, none of you are blindfolded, I think because you had already seen what you had seen. Azakai is being escorted, like your tiefling artificer friend. Azakai is being escorted with a bag over that, so they can't see what's going on, and they are bound as well. But Barnabas, in your head, you hear their voice. Barnabas, are you all right? You can give me. It's a very low DC. Give me an Arcana check. Unless you roll a nat 1, you're gonna.
I mean, don't say that. Dirty 20.
Great.
Lovely.
Dirty 20. You're gonna know everything about what's going on. This is the message cantrip.
Okay, good.
Azakai has found a way to cast it very secretly. You think most likely because they have a pretty complex kit as an artificer, which includes they have those gauntlets that I mentioned, which is how they tend to shape things. That they don't use a hammer when they're shaping steel or other materials. They use those gauntlets, but in those gauntlets, there are a fair amount of both temporary and permanent runes that allow for the casting of certain low-level spells and cantrips. And some of those, it allows for the casting of them a little more secretive than it would usually be. Okay. So, wonderful. Message cantrip, you are perfectly capable of responding just by thought.
Excellent. So exact same path. It's not a new thing that's happening that could be detected. Yep. Okay, wonderful. Let me just go to my notes. Because, especially if we're being taken to be interrogated, I want to tell Azakai about it.
Okay.
So what is the length of my response? Is there a limit on
message?
What I can say to
it can be, whatever response you want.
Okay. Excellent.
And it kind of, because it's a cantrip, it really can't go back and forth. So it's just a conversation. It's not like sending where you get 25 words to go on distance. Yeah.
Because that might be what I planned to do immediately. All right, wonderful. He's just loud. I keep forgetting what my character says. So Azakai. How do I even start? It's a conversation. It's not like I think, send, think.
Yeah, conversation.
Okay, wonderful. Yes, I'm fine. Very quickly, listen. We are in a derelict library. It is founded by one of the founders of the Rings, Alphadra Intes. We discovered by accessing the Codex that it is the Library of Adaptation. And as of now, I'm not really sure what that means in terms of the library, but Alphadra actually opened a path into the Wild Path. And we've discovered many disappearances, and we think they're connected. This is huge.
Wow. Okay. That is big. Codex. You said you accessed a codex. Is that the broken piece that the elemental's carrying?
Yes. I was hoping to shrink it or make it more manageable and tied it away somewhere, but we were taken by Rune and Horizon before that.
Oh, right. I was escorted here too by Horizon as soon as I arrived. Barnabas, listen. This whole thing with Kira, I think it might go deeper. The Paragons have been riled up about something for several months now. I think that it's possible if they get us into interrogation, they will take our memories of what is occurring.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm worried if that happens, I don't know how to get to Kira. Listen, I know it's not advised to go up against a Paragon. They have their position for a reason. But if we can time it right, and you hear a little like give me one more Arcana check.
15.
You hear a sound given to you, like over message. So it is just a little sound happening in your mind, like the click of a lock. A knock spell built into the gauntlets that Azakai has. Knock being a spell that can unlock any lock. Just listen. Once they get you into the interrogation rooms, try and stall them as long as you can. You'll know when you hear my signal. God, Barnabas, I don't know who they're going to put Rune with. I don't know if there's going to be other Paragons in this interrogation. Whatever you do, you have to find a way to subdue whoever is interrogating you. And be ready.
I will do my absolute best. For the moment, I will try my best to send what we've discovered to Kira, whatever plane she's on or wherever she is. So that's the best idea we have at the moment, until we enact your plan.
Right. Okay. Message, you kind of feel the connection fade out a little bit. You're all still being escorted to the I think, have I said 9? It's the 8th ring.
It's the 8th. It's okay.
Yeah. Do I keep saying 9?
You said 8 twice and then 9th twice. It was fine. The next time you said it, I was going to bring something up, but you got that.
Amazing. Okay. You are, I think, arriving in the 8th ring. You are pretty much immediately escorted to these just large, stark white. Again, it's like that petrified wood that makes up most of the building material here in Orsahd.
Before we would make it to the interrogation rooms, that sending message would, like, in my mind, the moment Azakai stops is when I'd attempt to send the information I've learned to Kira.
Yeah.
Obviously someone that isn't currently with a Paragon as far as I know.
Give me, in doing it, it's a ring, so it's like, there's... The way that it works is there's some of the stuff that you don't actually like have to cast the spell. But I think there's still a little bit of concentration. Just go ahead and give me I think a deception check to like cloak your
What-
concentration
yeah,
on
what I'm
sending
doing.
this message. Yeah.
Okay, I will require Amy's help because I rolled a 4. So you get a
Amy
little.
can, Amy can definitely give you help.
Yeah. Okay.
A little mushroom poke.
Come on. 19. Please. Please.
Very
Okay.
good.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay. Cool.
Excellent.
Yeah, send away. I mean, do you want to tell me what message you, or are you just?
Oh, 100%.
letting-
Yeah, I think it's best. So, because that is limited by the number of words, it would be the very basic. So third ring, library of adaptation.
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 Library. What you found in the 7th ring?
No, that was the ring of enchantment, wasn't it? No, we went up there. Sorry, I beg your
yeah.
pardon. That's the 7th. So that's 5. Actually, what did I even say just now? I've immediately forgotten.
Library of Adaptation.
Library
7th
of
ring.
Adaptation. 7th ring. Alfadra in Tess opened Wild Path.
Okay.
Connected to kidnappings. That's 13.
Yeah.
Being taken by Paragon to 8th ring for interrogation.
Amazing. Okay. Okay.
I will just cast that. I don't want to have an extra spell slot where I don't deserve one. There we go.
Amazing. Okay. You are all escorted to your various holding cells.
You keep saying escorted. We're not being escorted.
It's not that pleasant.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I don't think we're gonna necessarily make this like walkout moments for everyone. But you are all in individual cells right now. I think the first person, I don't really have a preference, so I'm just gonna roll to see who the first interrogation is. Okay.
What does it mean?
Jace. You are escorted again, stark white room. You sit down. There's like essentially like a chair that is formed of the same petrified wood as the rest of the room, that is just kind of uniform with it and rises out of the back. You're put down in the chair. I think there are, I don't think it's just going to be like magic. I think there are actual like physical bindings that are like kind of like clapped down. They're not, you know, they're not painful. They're just firm enough so that like you won't pose a threat.
Mm-hmm. Are there magical bindings?
Give me an Arcana check to see what's going on in this room.
Mm-hmm. 17?
If you were to break out, there are a lot of things that could be triggered by that. You think the only thing active right now, like you're not being treated as enemies or threats yet necessarily. There is an active, like there's an alarm spell that would go off should you find a way to break out of your bindings.
Just break out of the bindings. It's not any kind of like...
There's no traps in here, like nothing.
Or like nullifying magic or anything like that.
None of that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said,
defensive for a wizard interrogation room.
Well, like
It's all sad. They don't use it much.
yeah.
Yeah.
You are. I think actually I'll let that Arcana check ride though, because they're actually. I just looked at my note here and I forgot something. You are left in this room. Couple minutes. You can't hear, like it is soundproof in here. Like you can't hear anything going on outside. far end, there's just a door that's like almost seamlessly shut, so you're kind of in like this minimalistic, like high ceilinged room, but it is hard to tell depth and dimension because it's all just stark white around you. Door opens. As the door opens, you see a figure, bright kind of like green. It's got like almost like that like beetleback shimmer to where like they're green unless they catch the certain light, and then they kind of go purple. But like two sets of eyes going back, long dark face, kind of like what look to be like it's a mouth, but there are also, it looks like there's little folds of like almost mandibles that could open up here. Shaved head, kind of this dark midnight blue skin, as a palomio or a moth folk enters the room. Give me a actually a history check. Yeah, give me a history check.
Damn it. It's not gonna be good, I'll tell you that much. 6.
Okay, 6. You have never seen this palomio before. Don't know their name, don't know who they are. The only other thing you notice really is that like their wings again are kind of like wrapped around them, almost like a tunic, kind of like with a cross over their front. You can see sort of back into the interior of the wings, and on the inside of the wings you see what looks to be almost like a shimmering night sky with like little constellation points in it. Palomio comes in. As they enter the room, on that, your Arcana check was a 17?
I think.
18, wasn't it?
18? It was somewhere.
I thought it was 18.
It was above a 15.
I don't remember.
It was above 15, I remember that. As this figure walks into the, like, you're going to pick up that they're pretty capable, I think. They might not be Paragon level, but they're like, they're not just, they can hold their own. They walk in, look over to you.
You were found in the ruins of the Seventh Ring.
Under escort.
Under
Is there
escort.
a reason why I'm being detained?
We believe you might have come into information that is potentially a threat to the peace of Orsahd.
Since when is information a threat? You deal in information.
We deal in information, but we also deal in secrets, and it is important that some information be kept secret. Tell me, what is your relationship to the librarian, Kiro of Ark?
She is my mistress.
You are her paramages, correct?
Yes.
Very well. Are you aware that she is missing?
I'm so sorry. For a ring that deals in information, you are dreadfully behind.
Give me an insight check real quick.
Jesus Christ. 9.
Okay. On a 9, they're not fazed at all by your comment. They're looking at you very intently.
I haven't been adding jack of all trades. Do we round up or down?
I think Jack of all trades rounds down.
Okay. So it's just a 10 then.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's they're looking at you. They're very intently, and they're like not affected by. They're keeping a very even demeanor, but they're like observing you very closely.
Mm-hmm.
In her disappearance, I am assuming that you were uninformed.
Have you spoken to your paragon, who was assigned to that station? That is what led me to that spot. Under his permission, by the way.
Rune was very forthcoming on what information you had access to.
Did you know that he was the one that ordered the demolition of that site? Insight check on how they react to that. If I can. You don't have to give me other stuff because my 10 will ride for that. But
I will let you do one more insight check to see how they're responding to. Yeah, go ahead.
very
Go ahead, do one
specific
more.
because
Yeah.
I know it's kind
Yeah.
of towing it.
That's good. That's good.
It's just gonna be. It's the same exact thing I rolled, so it's fine.
Oh, really?
There's no visible reaction at
Yeah.
all.
It behooves one to stick to what is necessary for them to be aware of when it comes to the dealings of paragons. Whether or not what you say is true is none of my business. I'm simply attempting to calibrate.
I think this is the word calibrate there.
No, I don't like the word calibrate.
Then, what are your parameters here? What is your objective? What you haven't asked me very many questions here.
Give me a perception or an arcana check.
Jeez. Okay. That was a rounded up 12.
12 for perception or arcana? Perception. Some noise, like you know when you get that thing where like somewhere electronics turn on, you get like a certain frequency, like a hum, like whine in your ear. You see them glance up for just a moment, mutter under their breath, make a small gesture with their hand. You begin to hear this frequency. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
About how long have we been talking?
I don't know, minute and a half.
Wisdom save for them.
Okay.
That's not a 20.
It's only a 15 for them.
15 for me as well.
Okay.
That is my DC. Does that pass or fail?
Pass.
Damn.
If they hit it. Okay, two things are about to happen here.
Oh my god. Can I hold a reaction?
Yeah, you can hold a reaction.
I need to make sure that I actually can. 1 second.
But I will tell you
Yes,
the
yes.
first thing that is going to happen is that in this particular case, I do actually need Oleander and Barnabas to step out for a second.
Oh
This
my God.
interrogation
Good luck. We love you.
continues.
You got this.
Sorry.
No, I got it.
Jace, you are going to take 7 points of psychic damage, and I do need you to make that concentration save.
Is Intellect Fortress still up?
it's got it. Yeah, it's been longer
Okay,
than an hour now.
Perfect. That is 17.
Okay. 17. 7 points of psychic damage as that hum begins to intensify and you feel it start to like pierce into the back of your head. Looking at you even more
Gods,
intently
what
now.
the fuck are you doing to me? I am cooperating. Do you usually torture your citizens?
It is not torture to most. Let me ask you a question.
You see they produce a small, like little leather bound, looks like handwritten journal from their cloak. You need to thumb through pages. As you go to turn the page,
Tell me, do you find this image familiar?
on the page, you see a rough sketch, kind of one of those things where it's made by basically like creating a lot of dark charcoal and then creating the image in the negative space. You see an image of this multi-limbed creature, too many arms, things coming out of where they shouldn't be, like out of the back near the spine. Like some of these arms like small little vestiges, other ones much larger, kind of like as they go up. Massive shoulders, a head with like 5 eyes, solid, no real pupil to speak of, and all vertical instead of horizontal, almost like this little diadem or crown around the brow of the creature.
What is that? A fucking storybook for children?
It is observations. There are things within Orsahd that have been monitored for some time now. We are curious as to the origins of something of this nature.
What does this have to do with Kira? Are you doing anything? Or are you just wasting my time while she is still out there, presumably injured?
Tell me, Jace, do you know?
Let's call it what it is. It's Jace Ovark. You asked my relationship to my mistress. That is my relationship to my mistress.
Apologies, Jace Ovark. Do you know what a changeling is?
Another one of your stories?
Give me a deception check.
Yeah. 18. Do I jack of all trades to
If you're
things I'm proficient in?
not to things you're already proficient in.
Perfect. Yeah, then 18.
Okay. They continue regarding you in the same way.
I have one more question for you.
Roll me one more Constitution save.
6.
You take 9 more points of psychic damage and give me another concentration save.
I see what you're doing. That is a nat 1.
Jace describes describe for me how your form slips just for a moment as the pain ticks into your head?
It's almost like the glitch of an image where it's like the illusion is like kind of slashed in half by static almost, but the underneath form is the real one, and it's a much broader form than they even portray in their current one. Stark white skin, same clothes, same suit and everything, but they have long, very like translucently silver hair that is half shaved on one side, and the vitiligo almost seems to like fade back into just like pure white skin, and their eyes are the same violets, the one thing that hasn't changed, and their facial features are very strong and very sharp and very not angular, because it has like a kind of like boxy feel to it too, but their eyes seem like gentle and almost like delicate and feminine, but everything else about them is like very broad and strong.
Yeah.
And they'll wince against it, and it like glitches out into that, and then again from the vitiligo it'll spread back out down into the old form that they had.
Still no response in the face of this Palomio, but they are staring at you still.
A final question. Does the name Arya of Arc mean anything to you?
Doesn't.
You've never heard that name before.
Some relation of Kira's? No.
Well, I have no further questions. Fortunately, you will not be detained much longer. Unfortunately, it is the decision of the Council of the Tower of the Sun that what you have learned within the Library of Adaptation and the revelations of Oleander must be removed in order to maintain peace in Orsahd. This process will be painless.
And this is where I take my leave. Thank you for telling me what little you could. And they're going to gift of gab as a reaction.
Mm-hmm.
So they forget that they changed form and use my invisibility once a day.
Okay. Give me. Oh, Gift of Gab is such a good spell. It's so good. Give me. So you go invisible. Give me one more insight check.
Okay.
Or you can give me an Arcana check.
God damn it, my rolls are shite. It's gonna fail Yeah, it's a 5 on insight.
5 on insight. You go invisible.
Well, 4. It doesn't matter. 6.
Palmio is still looking
Mm-hmm.
directly into your eyes. And we're gonna cut from your investigation into. Do you want to get get Oleander and Barnabas back in here?
Yeah.
Yes.
It smells nice in here.
Ahoy.
Boy. All right.
Terribly worried.
Right?
Very glad you all were out of the room.
Really? We were like out there pacing.
Oh, it was rough. Barnabas, you are escorted into a very similar cell, sat down in a very similar chair. Bindings are placed on you. You can go ahead and give me an Arcana check in this space.
Nat 1.
Oh shit.
Can I
Oh,
use Amy
shit.
again on a Nat 1, or is it too soon?
Hold on. I'm gonna make a luck check real quick. Copy. No. No. What do we? Okay. Wait.
We do not respect the cock in this household.
But that was floor. That was floor. Do we respect floor? No.
I mean,
Do we,
I'm not
do we
making a
respect
decision.
floor dice?
yeah,
What do you
floor
mean?
dice. It rolled onto the
Floor
floor.
dice?
Yeah, it rolled
Yeah.
onto the floor. Do
I didn't see
we?
what it
What
was.
did anyone
you
else
see
know?
what
I
it was?
did.
That feels like a cock.
I can't make this decision.
A floor and a cock are two very different
What if
things.
you like roll to see if you respect the floor dice?
I no, it's got to be a vote right now. But
Okay.
it's not me. Yes or no?
Luna, Jim. I can't take part. It involves
Sure.
me. It involves me. I'm not taking part.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we respect floor dice.
Okay.
On a nat 20.
Oh
They
shit!
do not remove Amy from you, so you can use Amy for advantage on this.
Oh,
roll.
fantastic.
Oh, then.
Thank you very much, you two.
Floor dice are respected now in this campaign.
All right.
21.
21.
In that case. Thank you.
Oh my god.
Again,
am I no longer being held, by the way?
you're restrained in the chair now, but you're like there's
Oh, as in
no-
whole person.
Yeah, whole person's not happening
Gone.
anymore. So you're just
Physically
restrained in the chair.
restrained. Yeah.
There is an alarm set, like similar thing, like an alarm is set up in here to go off should you break your restraints. There is also just kind of like you can tell that you're being watched from outside this room. There's no one in here right now. You can tell that you're being watched from inside this room, from someone outside the room.
So I will just, unfortunately, mirror the questions. Any kind of magic negation, any kind of...
Not that you can feel like you're not being treated as like an active threat.
Okay. Interesting.
It is a level of like, I guess you could call it like a level of humanity being afforded to all of you that you're sort of like, you are being detained currently for questioning, but you're still citizens of Orsahd.
No. Yeah. For now, they're not worried about violent reprisal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You're in here for maybe a minute
Mm-hmm.
when you see the door open.
Finally! My bum was falling asleep.
As you say that, you see, like, kind of slicked over, like, white, blonde hair, sad, watery eyes,
What?
folded shoulders, and a robe, as Gerard
Gareth!
Oh my god!
enters into the room.
Gareth, I'd wondered where you'd gone.
Oh, Barnabas, it would appear you've gotten yourself into a bit of a sticky situation.
Absolutely.
Yes.
How are you?
Oh, excellent, old boy, excellent.
Could you get a cushion for the chair? It's dreadfully uncomfortable.
I wish I could. Unfortunately, I'm not here to deliver pleasantries or gifts. It is actually fallen upon me to conduct your, let's call it questioning.
But you could barely get through a sentence, Gareth. How are you going to interrogate me? I fear you're going to die at any moment. At least bring some water for yourself. You seem exhausted.
Barnabas, I do love our chats. Now, let me just see.
You see, kind of like elaborately like pulls, just sort of kind of out of thin air, pulls out what looks to be this like small scroll, opens it up.
You know those open even if you don't flick your fingers like that, Gareth.
Where's the fun if we can't have a little bit of a show while we're doing things? Tell me, Barnabas, you gave a very thorough, deposition on your return from the Nightlands about what you found there. I would like to ask you...
Have you ever been?
To the Nightlands?
Yes.
No, I can't say I have.
I can recommend it. You'd probably be thrown in jail.
Well, then...
It would be a victory for all involved.
I'm only happy to stay here where my services are appreciated.
Gareth, did you bring the smell in with you, or was that in the hallway?
Give me a general intimidation check, not to skip, but just to sort of like ruffle feathers.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, 13. But he is a Weasley little bugger, so...
On a 13, you see a little bit of a spark in Gareth's eye. Oh, God, in your Arcana check is over 20.
I believe it was
23. Give me a wisdom save.
With my +0 wisdom. 19.
19. Your Arcana check was high enough. You feel a Zone of Truth spell go into effect. Ooh. You're resisting it. That's a high enough save that you're resisting it. You're not in danger. I do want you though to roll me. You're gonna roll Deception versus Garrett or God. Now I'm fucking Garrett. You're gonna roll Deception against Gerard's insight to see if he clocks that you resisted the spell.
Oh, okay.
So give me a Deception check.
7.
Shit.
Dear boy, I hope it's not you casting these spells. They're dreadfully amateur.
Oh my god.
They're very standard, really. Just they sort of
out of the room
activate
then.
in the room. Yes.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
I was a bit disappointed for a moment.
No. Believe me, if I was casting something, you know it.
Would you like to give it a go?
Give me one more intimidation check to kind of prod right now.
Rolled prod.
Yeah.
Oh, 19.
For a moment you see like something like a little incantation muttered under Gerard's breath. You see a little flicker of flame appear in the palm and then just kind of grows dark and turns to smoke as they take a deep breath.
Something wrong, Gareth? You seem perturbed. You sure you're the right person to be conducting this interrogation?
I was trusted to receive whatever information you were, I would hope, more than willing to divulge. Barnabas, you can understand the sensitive position that you're in here.
Who trusted you? Were they blind and deaf? Was there no one else alive in the city?
Well, yes, actually, one of them is blind and deaf.
Oh, well, I didn't know you were talking about her.
Well,
Oh, I like.
Tell me, Barnabas, I have some questions about the Night Elf, Virgil.
Who?
Virgil.
Verbal? You have to speak up. I'm very old, Gareth.
Yes, the night elf, Virgil.
Virgil.
Virgil, yes. Virgil, I believe, was
What
his
about
name.
him?
Well,
Makes wonderful coffee. I remember the first time I met him. He was very young.
Give me an insight check real quick.
Oh my god. I'm dying.
16.
You've cracked him. He's like fully lost the thread on what he's supposed to be doing right now. And you can see him just like getting angry and angrier by
Thank
the
you.
moment.
Thank you.
Well
Thank you.
You see as he is like, he's getting flustered, door opens again. Behind him, you see trotting into the room that air elemental, Horizon from earlier. No sword anymore, but Horizon trots into the room, steps up behind. Like, you see Gerard is just kind of like sitting there now looking up.
Horizon, lovely to see you again. Welcome to the interrogation room. Mine is going very poorly.
we are sorry the investigation was not up to your standards. Barnabas, we have questions that need answering. You informed us upon your return from the Nightlands that the Night Elf, Virgil, had been under some form of control, or, as you put it here, possession by an entity of enormous power.
Put here, when was it dated? Are you sure that was me? My memory gets foggy. It's been a long time.
I'm pretty sure. Hold on.
Pretty sure, Horizon. Bloody hell. Is this the low standards of paperwork now?
Furiously like going through the scroll and then holds it up and like not points to it for.
Oh, thank you, Gareth. You're a diamond.
Thank God.
At least you can hold scrolls. That's lovely that you can help.
It just absolutely fuming now, like smoke out of her ears. So mad. Horizon is going to look at you.
As a witness to this possession of the Night Elf, you failed to mention whether that possession involved any alterations to the host.
Alterations? Such as? You seem to know more than me.
Were you witness to any level of physical change within the host?
He was occasionally flushed. Not sure I can say definitively whether that was due to possession. What else do you know? Come on. If this is an exchange, which it clearly is, as your little toady there seems to have shrunk under the table.
You see that like Gerard is like about to get up.
Apoplectic with
Horizon
rage.
just puts a massive hand on his shoulder and actively just sort of like scoots him and the chair like back towards the door. Takes one step closer to you, Barnabas.
Unfortunately, it is the vote of the Eighth Ring Council that you be unburdened of your memories received within the Library of Adaptation.
Oh. Can you remove the ones about me being kicked in the shin by my students instead? Why are you so afraid?
As you say that, Barnabas, you hear in your head Azekai's voice.
Thank God.
Barnabas, if you've got something to do, do it now.
I was running out of bollocks to say. That's. Oh, so I mean, yeah. So first question. Horizon, humanoid?
elemental, but I think in humanoid, so I do think counts as humanoid, yeah.
Okay. Well then, I'm going to be really sad if this doesn't work, but I'm going to flip the script a little bit and cast Hold Person on Horizon.
Okay.
We're doing it.
It's a wisdom save, right?
Wisdom, yeah.
Wisdom save. Okay. Making a wisdom save.
What is it? What's the wisdom save?
Just 15.
15.
Only gets a, what would be, +2 to this. That is a natural 1.
Yes!
Oh my god.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Okay.
I just got Garrett.
Shit. I'm still not out of the restraints.
You see like Horizon has approached you closer, but is just now frozen in that position.
Okay, wonderful. Can I then immediately cast a Misty Step out of the shackles?
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm going to do that because the door isn't open, is it? Horizon has come in and closed it.
Door. I think hold on, I'm gonna roll a luck check real quick.
It's a
You cast Hold Person. A split second after you do, you hear, those doors just sort of disappear seamlessly into the wall, but you hear, and you see the seam appear. So door has been opened from the outside.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, so what I will do, it's going to be a flurry of spells, guys. It's going to be great. Misty Step out the door, slam the door behind me, Arcane Lock.
Nice.
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 As you misty step, you just see like Gerard kind of spin around and just start spluttering. Goes to like, you can see like the spell that they were fighting back the whole time was Fireball. You can see that they go to like begin like casting Fireball, and you just door like right in their face. Hold on. Luck check. From inside, you just hear a muffled.
yes.
Spectacular.
You are on the outside, very similar to the inside of the T. It's just these long, high-ceilinged hallways. Also, kind of that minimal. It's all very stark and white. You are looking down. There are multiple rows of doors. You see running towards, still probably a few hundred feet away, but like actively running towards you. You see Azakai headed towards you.
Azakai!
Oh,
We did it!
okay.
Well, for
Thank
now,
God.
we did it.
Oh God, how would you, you wouldn't know. Okay, we have to find, do you have an easy way to locate Jace and Oleander?
I suppose, like this is just James talking, could I, because the magic uses interrogating them, yes? So could I potentially use detect magic to see, because not all the interrogation rooms are going to be occupied, use detect magic to sense who's in, what, if there's magical creatures in specific rooms?
What's the range on detect magic?
Oh! Okay. 30 feet.
30?
That bugger all in a massive hallway.
Okay, massive hallway. You can cast her right now where you are. I'm going to roll a luck check.
Okay. I've got no spells after this, by the way, guys.
I'm going to roll in front of the board. Actually, I'm not going to roll in front of the board, because that...
Oh, no. I have it as a cantrip, sorry. So I'll be using it as... Oh, no, I don't. No, I don't.
It's a first
It
level
is first
spell,
level,
right?
that's what I meant.
You reach out with detect magic. Nothing in the set of doors immediately next to you. No one is coming down the hallway yet. I mean, if you want to... Detect magic, it's 30 feet, but is it centered on self?
Yes. Could I walk
Can you
while
maintain
holding
it? Yeah,
it?
what's the duration on that?
Concentration up to 10 minutes. So while holding concentration and not being
Absolutely.
hit? Absolutely.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, you are running down. I'm going to just roll to see who can come across first. It is good that was the roll. Brandis, you are running down, actively casting Detect Magic down the hallway. On your left, actually, it's also very important. I need to look up the specific wording of Detect Magic.
Oh, I can read it too if you like.
Let's see how quick this.
Okay.
It might just pull it up for me right here, really quick. School of Magic.
So tense.
Crazy.
Jace, describe for me the aura. Well, I guess you sense it because you are on the other side of a door, but it's not thick enough to block the spell being cast.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you wouldn't see the aura. You detect. I think you detect Bard College of Whisper. Like you're familiar with that magic. Like you can sense that same sort of magic that Kira operates in.
Mm-hmm.
Other side of the door. Chase is behind the door.
Okay. Azakai, I'm afraid I'm running out of juice here. Can you get that door open?
Palm on it, you hear just sort of moves it almost like moving a tumbler on a lock, and door
Amazing.
opens.
Amazing. Okay.
Pulls the door open. Jace, in this moment, you've cast that spell. You're invisible. Brandis, you are looking in on a room that just has this dark palomio, like those green purple sort of beetle eyes going back on the head. Door opens, spins around to look at both of you framed in the open doorway. And I think we're going to take our little 10-minute break
Okay.
here. So we'll be back in 10.
Oh, man.
before we solve this moment,
The majesty.
Oleander,
The majesty of my arcane prowess.
Okay.
you are in a similar interrogation. You, however, there is a chair in there. You are taken into the room. You're not sat down in the chair and bound. You're just left in the room. Door shuts. About a minute later, opens, slides over, and Rune walks in.
Oh, fucking hell.
Quick question: do I have my staff, my mace, my warhammer,
Yeah.
whatever it is?
Yep.
Okay.
The only thing taken from you was Renan, was the broken codex.
And do I have
those
my
bitches.
familiar with me? Is Steve with me?
Steve,
He's a crow.
You know
Could
what?
Very easily followed.
Raven, right?
Yeah,
Raven.
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 I'm gonna same thing with him. We're gonna see if like
So in my head, he looks like Brandon Lee from the crow.
that. This thing is on fire for luck checks. That's another nat 20.
Hey!
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I got my weapon.
Okay,
I got
yeah.
my
All I think
familiar.
of is the crows from Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
It's Raven. He's Raven.
It's
Yeah.
not so Raven.
In there, Steve's on your shoulder. You're holding your mace. Door slides open. Rune walks in.
Hello, Rune. You mind enlightening me? I don't appreciate having spells cast on me by my friend.
I understand, and I am sorry for what it's worth.
It's not worth anything.
Okay. We have been following a thread for some time.
Mm-hmm.
What you happen to be caught up in poses a greater danger to Orsahd than I think you may even be aware of.
The interest of Orsahd weighs heavily on my shoulders. I care more about this city and the people in it than the next person, than anyone I know. This is my family.
I am aware. Why do you think you're not in bindings being interrogated right now?
I appreciate that. So tell me about this thread.
Before I tell you what we're dealing with, I need to know if anyone else outside of your party knows what Rosa saw.
No, not that I don't know who Rosa told, but she reluctantly told me. Rune, I want to know, why wasn't I made aware of things that involve my garden and that involve my mentor? If you had information upon about Erlantris's disappearance, why wouldn't you tell me? And also, if I'm investigating her disappearance, why am I being detained when it concerns my garden?
The librarian that you're trying to find poses a greater threat to the city of Orsahd than we have faced in some time.
Sounds like you need as many allies as you can get.
Again, why do you think you're not being interrogated right now? God, I'm trying to decide if the two of you should get to be in the room right now.
Damn.
I'll come get you.
Yeah,
Damn.
I consider it
Yeah.
only fair.
Yeah.
I'm with you there. If we weren't here for Jace, we shouldn't be here for this. No, I'm with you. Oh, wait, hang on, they were out in the room with me. What's that about? Why is Barnabas being treated like
Because
this?
you were being interrogated by Gerard.
Oh, come on, and Horizon. All right, I'm going.
How much do you know about what Barnabas found in the Nightlands?
I haven't talked to Barnabas about it at all. Barnabas is an acquaintance of mine. We're friends.
Do you know the night elf that returned in his company?
Enlighten me.
When Barnabas returned, he had in his company a powerful sorcerer. This particular night elf was in a state of deep distress and an inability to control their own magic due to they have what I can only describe as an aberrant mind.
Virgil. You're talking about Virgil.
I'm talking about Virgil.
I know Virgil.
Do you know what caused Virgil to be like this?
If I remember correctly, it was a creature from the wild path, right?
Interesting that you would say wild path. The possession came from an entity in the Nightlands. We believe that this entity is the founder of Adrian Tess.
The founder of Adrian Tess?
The founder of Adrian Tess.
What do
yes.
you mean the founder of Adrian Tess?
The founder of Orsahd, one of the 12 founders of Adrian Tess.
Oh, I see. Okay.
This entity's, or let's call them what they are, Ophadra's possession of Virgil led us to follow some threads. In the following of the threads, we learned of a disturbing development. Imagine a sorcerer with access to more than one body, able to switch effortlessly in between a network of individuals set up to follow their commands, obey orders, and if need be, allow complete possession of their mind and spirit.
So, was Ophadrian Tess being possessed?
We don't believe so.
You think it was Ophadrian Tess possessing people?
We have our suspicions of how they're able to do this. What we do know is that it is more than likely that Kirovark is currently being possessed by Ophadra.
So these are all, we have disappearances on our hands. people are being possessed and then disappearing, likely being sent to the Nightlands. Why?
Whatever Ophaedra is trying to do, we believe it has something to do with the wild path. The danger of opening that, you saw for yourself the results in the Library of Adaptation. That was a
300 years ago.
minor infringement. Had that been contained any less, it could have been the city that saw destruction. If Ophaedra is trying to do that again, it puts the entire city at risk.
Ruin, I'm hearing a lot of assumptions. I'm hearing a lot of claims. Sounds like you don't know much about what's going on at all.
Give me an insight check.
It's a 6.
6 runes, very hard to read. You take a moment. Breathe. Oleander, I can't let your friends leave here with the memories of what they found in the Library of Adaptation intact. The risk that that poses with their affinity for the thread in question is more than problematic.
So you're deciding for them, for the councils that they...
I'm not deciding. The Council of the Eighth Ring has already decided they will have their
What about the
memories
councils
removed.
of the other rings?
This is not a matter for the other rings.
This is a matter for the whole city. Why do you get to decide what's best for the entire city?
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, I have Steve, right? So I get advantage on all these?
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
Oh,
you
that's
can
right.
roll
Oh,
with
shit.
advantage.
I forgot about that for the last roll. Oh my god, what? Sorry. That is an 8.
Okay. On an 8. Rune. When I pushed for your nomination to become the Knight of Roses,
Mm-hmm.
the Garden of the Third Ring, it was with the belief that you had the city's best interest in mind.
And I do.
Tell me, Oleander, were you aware the danger that Virgil could pose?
No.
Oleander, I think you would know, like, you were kind of like part of the... So you can change your answer if you want, but I think you would know, like, maybe not directly, but you would know that there were safeguards in place because of how dangerous, like, this catatonic, like, holes in his brain Virgil is. If you want to stick with that answer, give me a deception check.
Fuck. feel like this is putting like my standing as the Knight of Roses on the line or something, you know?
It's big stakes. It's big stakes. It's a big swing to lie right now.
Okay. God damn. That's so... God, what are you doing?
We're gonna do 3, 2, 1. You decide to roll. 3, 2, 1. Okay, you're
All
rolling.
right, I'm rolling
All
a
right,
deception.
you're rolling.
Fuck
I'm
me.
gonna roll insight over here.
Ooh. Oh, fuck. That's 15.
Okay, 15. I'm not gonna tell you what I rolled.
No! No!
Rune is looking at you intently. All right. I have one other question. Were you providing Kira with an antidote?
It wasn't an antidote, but it was to delay the curse effects that she had. Why wouldn't I? She's my friend. She's a colleague and a part of the city. She's cursed.
Right. Oleander. By the authority given me, I am willing in this moment to induct you as a temporary member into the Council of the Eighth Ring if you are willing to help us hunt down and capture Kira. If you agree to this, your friends will have their memories of what they witnessed at the Library of Adaptation and of Rosa's visions removed, and then they will be released, none the wiser.
What do you need me for?
I believe your relationship with Kira will prove useful. Give me an insight check.
Ooh, that's an 18.
You can't read him.
What? Really?
Can't read him.
And what do I get?
As a temporary member of the Council of the Eighth Ring, you will receive access to all the information that we are aware of regarding Kira, Ophedri, and Tess, the danger that the Wild Path poses to this city and the world.
And why do you need Kira?
We believe she knows more than she's letting on.
Is she an enemy of the city?
Currently, we believe so.
She's just been abducted.
We don't believe she's been abducted. We believe that she is acting under possession.
I need my friends' help. They're close to me. They're useful. They're insightful, intelligent, and I need them by my side. I can't do this alone.
Roll me one last persuasion check.
Oh, it's 15. Oh, Stevie Dogbutt.
Give me an Arcana check.
Oh, fuck, I'm not good at this. Alright. I don't think I have a plus on that at all. Oh, I do. Oh, it's a 12.
I am sorry, Oleander, that we could not come to an agreement.
I'm gonna cast Thaumaturgy.
Okay.
Booming voice.
Yeah.
You will not erase the memories of my friends and of my party. And under my authority as the Knight of Roses, I command that you follow my orders.
Give me an intimidation check.
Oh, fuck me. That's an 11.
On an 11. We can let everyone else back in the room.
Shit. Ollie, oxen free!
Yeah, I wonder if they can. I think they heard us last time. Y'all can come back in.
Hey, come on.
Is there a crying?
No, I'm not crying.
Oh, we got scary music going on.
11 on the intimidation roll. You say that thing about not erasing the memories. The Arcana check that you got wasn't high enough to clock the spell being cast at first. But Oleander, now that it is happening, you realize. Make me a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, baby. That's a 19.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, look at the sheet.
You're going against Rune, though.
I know, right?
That's a high DC.
Right?
Sucks.
19's pretty good, though.
A 19.
Yes!
But you recognize the danger that is, like, in succeeding on the save, you realize the spell currently in effect on you, something that Rune was already casting in the moment you chose not to take the offer. A powerful modify memory spell is attempting to weave its way already through your consciousness. We're cutting back
So I have things.
to, yeah.
After the first initial casting of this spell, Jace would have just been trying to break out of their bindings and pop the lock, but also, can I do that first?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the moment, like, there was that moment, like, basically when you turned invisible and, like, maintained eye contact with you, that's about when the door popped open. So in this
Okay.
moment, like, the Palomio is like turning around to face the open door with Barnabas and Azakai. They're in the open doorway. So
Okay,
you've got a
then in that
moment right
case-
now.
In that case,
Yeah.
I didn't get to use my vocal component for the last spell, which kind of shapes memory, and I'm going to combine that with hypnotic pattern, and going to say to Palomino, I cooperated. You did your job. You cast the mind wipe, but you accidentally caught yourself in the radius, which explains why you feel a little fuzzy when you wake up, a little scattered. I'm not what you think I am. You didn't see anything. You let me go. And, wisdom save.
For hypnotic pattern?
Yeah.
Well, that's happening. Can I just roll to recognize him?
Yeah, give me a history check.
Cool. 25.
Yes, you definitely do. This is a Palomio. Like, again, you see like the wings that have the night sky kind of on the interior. This Palomio is a... as far as Inquisitors go, and also just like wizards up here in the 8th ring, Inquisitor, not like an official term, just like an...
Oh, good. I was about to say, was this a faction that we didn't know about?
No. A less than savory one. It's always kind of like giving you sort of like the moment after an interaction when you sort of like turn to go, you always kind of get that shiver running down your spine. But yeah, their name is Melanon.
Melanon. Not melanin.
Not melanin, Melanon.
That was the autocorrect buggering me up again.
Melanon.
The least reputable.
That is going to be a fail on the wisdom save because it is a nat 1 on the die. Will you tell me what the hypnotic pattern is?
As they go invisible, but they're still like clearly bound to the chair.
Yeah.
The white of the room seems to like blend with the chair, and it's almost like the chair is like blurring at the edges and then starts to like swirl in together. And they're like casting the illusion across their body, but they're invisible. And it's just going to like kind of do the little color swirl until it like gets all blurred entirely, and then it's just their own eyes are like going fuzzy over.
Give me an insight check.
This is so tense. What is it?
24.
Oh, nice.
24. Palomios, mothfolk, given to fascination and then obsession. In this moment between like the gift of gab and the hypnotic pattern that you cast, you see completely like transfixed by what it is like you whatever Melanon's object of fascination was before, you've ticked all the right boxes to create a fascination on the 24 insight, I'm going to give you one other thing that you missed in the other insight checks, but you realize now in this moment, staring you. It is not uncommon for Palameos to occasionally possess true sight, which means that they can see you. As you cast the hypnotic pattern too, like over yourself, you realize that you have now become the object of Melanon's fascination. And I think on the 24 insight too, same thing as Barnabas, like you get a shiver down the back of your spine. This is not someone's attention who you wanted to attract. But you did gift of gab a certain moment.
Yep.
But they are like, and again, I mean the hypnotic pattern, so they can't do anything in this moment, but they're just staring right
Have
at
I
you.
gotten myself free of the shackles yet?
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Oh my God.
19.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come right up to them. They can't move. I'm gonna grab underneath their chin. Just so you know, I took that personally. And they're going to take the book out of their hand and pocket it. And give them a little pat down for anything else fun.
Give me, if you're trying to do it like fast, because doors open right now,
Yeah.
Barnabas and
We just kicked the door down.
Azakaya are like standing in the doorway. If you're trying to do it fast to get out of here, give it to me with disadvantage.
Okay. Give
The investigation with
Okay.
disadvantage.
that one.
Nothing else.
Alright.
But you grab it.
Got the
You
book.
grab the journal. I mean, you're in the same space.
Oh, excellent. Oh, shit.
Jace, are you okay? They,
Do I look okay?
I mean, you're intact, right? They didn't take anything yet.
Come on. Who are you asking? Let's go.
Okay.
I'll find Oleander.
Oleander, we gotta find Oleander. Barnabas.
Has it been 10 minutes yet?
No.
Okay,
Keep-
wonderful.
keep-
Wonderful. Follow me, you two.
You take off down the corridor. I'm gonna
Lock
make
the door. Lock the door. Them inside.
amazing. Done. They're still just staring at the chair where you were sitting. Barnabas, I want you to give me a luck check. So just roll a d20
Oh,
and tell me what it is.
6.
Okay.
Can Amy help with luck?
Amy is going to give you advantage.
Yes!
So go ahead and roll again.
Oh my goodness! It almost makes your betrayal worth it. Nat 20.
Oh yes! Oh my god! Your second roll.
Thank you, Amy.
Well
Always.
done.
Every time we roll the second time is like perfect.
Okay. Nat 20. You are running down the hallway.
Jace also, by the way, has rivulets of blood coming down out of their ears and also out of their mouth
Oh,
and their
perfect.
nose. They don't look great.
Azakai, do you have a handkerchief? I'm kind of busy with the detect magic thing. Jace seems to be bleeding.
As Azakai just sort of like hands you, tears off
This
like
looks familiar.
tears off a strap of their shirt and just hands it to you.
Oh, not the handkerchief, that
handkerchief
Chase
I
gave
gave
them.
before.
Oh, yeah, sorry, you're right. I forgot about that. Yep. Hands you
Oh,
handkerchief
I was
you
gonna say
gave
that was
before.
adorable.
Yeah, I was like, this
that
is
was.
familiar.
I forgot.
It's okay.
Nat 20. You're running down the hallway. On your left, detect magic out. You sense two sources of magic. One significantly more powerful. And actually, three. Do you sense two? You're gonna sense Oleander. You also sense Rune in the same room. You also detect actively a modify memory spell being cast.
I don't have counterspell. Fuck.
The door on the other side of you, opposite Oleander's door. Magic goes both ways. Virgil. In the room. On your right.
Okay. Azakai, Jace, you're going to deal with Oleander. They are with room, so be careful. I'm a bit tapped for magic, I've got to be honest. I'm running out of my usefulness here, but Virgil is also here. So I'm going to see if I can retrieve them.
Oh my god.
Is the door locked?
As doors locked, but Azakai nods, goes over to the door, does that, and it slides. Then Azakai's immediately going over to go to this door, but as the door slides open, Brandis, you see just like all the other interrogation rooms. No chair though. In the center, suspended by these fine, dark filaments, it's almost like there's a cocoon or a pod in the center of the room. The exterior of it is this constantly shimmering velvet darkness. You see just only the face outside the exterior of the cocoon. Virgil, eyes closed, mouth slightly ajar, looks to be completely catatonic, but it's just in this cocoon.
Reaching out, attempting to see any way to remove him from said cocoon.
Give me an Arcana check.
I've got a theme.
Or you're still casting Detect Magic. So.
Well, I found them, so I would be breaking said concentration since we have found them.
So give me an Arcana check.
Jace, while they've been moving down the hall, kind of trailing their fingernails along the wall of it, are going to create this really discordant scraping melody with it, and that seems to be the music that cures them and cure wounds. But
cool.
Oh, that's incredibly creepy. 18.
18 Arcana check. Without without some kind of dispel magic, removing Virgil from this cocoon will set off an alarm that alerts the entire 8th ring. Do you have access to dispel magic?
No.
Okay. In this moment, other door, Azakai gets it open. Rune is attempting to would be about to repeat that is going to try and hammer home this modify memory spell. Hears the door open, turns to look at both you and Jace and Azakai, since you're both in the doorway, and Brandis, you're on the other side. Jace, roll me a luck check.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
4.
No!
Jace, you feel a powerful modify memory spell mid-cast being turned
Redirected.
towards you. As this happens, you see Azakai whispers something to his gauntlet, presses it, and just goes down and hits the ground. Counterspells it.
Nice. Through both open doors, Barnabas casts another hold person onto room.
Okay. I'm gonna
damn.
make a wisdom save.
Oh man, now we're like
I
we're
will
in combat
tell
with
you.
Rune.
Hold on, I will tell you what Rune adds to this.
Should be something mental, isn't it?
Oh no, you know what? Rune's not even gonna bother with that nonsense. Rune's casting counterspell.
Oh. Enough of a distraction, I
okay.
suppose.
And
So-
at this point now, we are going into initiative order, so I do need everyone to roll initiative. I'm gonna roll for Azakai too.
Oh, well, that's good.
Ooh, 6.
14.
What is that? I got a 15.
And Jace, what did you say yours was?
14.
With a total.
How long does
of-
mage armor last?
Oh, sorry, hang on.
Okay. With a total of 19 on his initiative. Rune goes first.
8 hours.
8 hours, great. Lovely.
Let's see. Okay.
So just as we enter the battle, Oleander no longer being casted upon.
Yeah. Yeah. So that spell's not being cast on Oleander anymore.
Okay.
Let me look up something real quick. Sorry, I thought I already looked this one up. Let's go to. Ooh, yep. I need. Let me check the radius on this. That is what I think it is.
It's been steeping this whole time. It's going to be
Oh,
so
okay,
strong.
Tap it.
Just
Yeah, yeah, just push it.
Oh, delightful.
I need you all to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, what to make a wisdom saving throw?
14.
Oh,
16.
it's a 3.
14, 16, and a 3.
How did you guess that it's not enough?
Yeah, I think so.
Make a save for. Okay. I'm gonna make it in front of the board. I'm gonna tell you right now this is pretty important because Rune is casting mass suggestion.
Oh shit.
And Azakai needs. Oh god, what is Azakai needs a. Azakai needs a 13 or higher on the die if he is going to beat this. It's a 14.
Hey!
All of you standing there, Barnabas, like you're in the opening to the other room. Jace, Azakai, like Jace and Azakai are right there. You're already in the same room as Rune. With a voice that is equally as loud regardless of where you are and compels all of you, Rune speaks out. You will remain here until the other paragons arrive.
Fuck. No.
With all of you failing, except for Azakai.
Yeah.
You are all just kind of like frozen in this moment. You hear an alarm.
Is this a concentration spell?
It is.
Can I?
Or wait, actually, is mass suggestion a concentration spell? Nope, it's not. Once it's done, it's done. So if you fail the save, it's done.
Also, this isn't a type of charm, is it? Or
Mass suggestion is a type of charm. So if you get advantage on the
So Fey ancestry,
so you get advantage on the, so you can make a second save.
made to avoid or end the charmed condition.
You do. I'll tell you right now, the DC is 17.
I just hit 17.
13. Even
Brandis,
worse than
yeah,
before.
you're still frozen. Jace, give me an insight check real quick. Dirty 20.
Oh wait.
You-
Wait. Oh sorry. Continue.
You look over at Azakai. Azakai looks at you. You see that there is no broken, like they're not following through with this. They look at you. You're first in initiative order. Azakai's going to follow your lead.
Is there a way that I know that I can break them out of it?
Okay. Real quick then. So I have tactical mind. When I fail an ability check, I can spend a second wind to roll a 1d10 to add that to my ability check.
Ooh. No, but ability check, not saving throw.
Oh.
Yeah. God, to break someone out of a suggestion that they've been compelled to do, wait here for the Paragons.
I just don't know if it's like one of the things where you can like slap somebody.
Yeah.
and break a charm, you know?
Hold on. Each time it's in pursuit of the course of action to the best of its ability, the suggested course of action can continue from the
Yeah, so it is a concentration spell as well.
also specify conditions.
Wait, what is-
There special action
Suggestion.
during the
It is a
duration.
concentration spell.
For example,
Wait.
might suggest the degree of soldiers.
Barnabas here is saying that suggestion is a concentration spell.
No, I'm not
Mass,
saying. James
no,
is
mass
saying.
suggestion.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
because
okay.
they're level 12. I keep forgetting that they are way higher than
I think
us.
it's level 15 actually.
Oh, if you or any of your companions damage a creature affected by this spell, the spell ends for that creature.
So I only have 16
Um,
health.
But that it would mean, like, it couldn't be you. It would have to be Rune, like damaging them.
Oh.
Oh, not just damage? How does the spell distinguish between who's damaged it?
It's whoever cast the spell. So, like, referring to the person that cast the spell, it says if you or any of your companions God, that.
Oh, we're
you
definitely
or
not their
any of your
companions.
companions. Yeah, you wouldn't be Ruth's companions in this
No.
particular situation. Azakai is going to Azakai's going to look at you, Jace. Azakai's going to look at you. Can you hold him?
I can try.
Do it.
They're gonna wipe the fucking blood away. Like,
Rest of the blood.
well, do they mean hold them like buy
Like
some time
grapple?
or like
Like-
actually hold them?
If your insight check's high enough, like, hold him. Actually hold him. Like,
Yeah. Jace is going to run up and grapple. However, as they like tackle them, they're going to whisper in Rune's ear, play along. And going to cast Inflict Wounds with my special little added psychic damage
Okay.
into the grapple.
Okay. Well, good. Grapple would be an attack. So
But
you're
Inflict Wounds is a melee spell attack. So you have to make melee damage to cast the spell.
And also, do I get a reaction on Mass Suggestion?
no. Well, I mean, you get a reaction if you have counterspell or something to it.
Well, I have Hellish Rebuke.
Oh no, Hellish Rebuke will only work if it has to be something that does damage against you.
Okay.
With Hellish Rebuke. It's inflict wounds, but also as a grapple to like. I think because it's a melee spell attack that does damage when you do it, so you couldn't grapple and do that.
Okay.
Because the grapple doesn't usually do damage; it just like restrains. So do you want to grapple or do you want to cast Inflict Wounds? I mean, here's what I'm going to say. Like, either way, it's going to flavor it. Like, if you're casting Inflict Wounds, you are still giving a
pause.
It's going to give, whichever way you do it, it's going to give advantage to Azakai. So it's really just like, do you want to try and grapple or do you want to cast Inflict Wounds?
Inflict Wounds.
Okay.
Currently, their strength sucks.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what I have to roll for this. Give me a moment.
I think it's 3d10.
Do you
necrotic.
just roll damage?
Yep. Or you make a spell attack.
attack.
Yeah, so make a spell attack.
Okay.
Melee spell attack. And then...
Ooh, that was it was a nat 1, and then it rolled over to a 19.
that definitely hits.
Whew.
Nice.
It's not even a 19 on the hit. I'm not going to tell you,
Yeah.
because that's fun.
No, it hits.
Thank you
It
very
hits.
much.
Delightful. All right.
19 on the die, it'll hit.
Where's my calculator?
It's good, right?
Yeah, I'll wake you up.
Give me a moment.
This is so
Trying to make sense. Uh, 37 psychic damage.
37 psychic damage. Jesus. Rune's eyes go a little wide.
They're also their
That's
melee
amazing.
attack is they're gripping them by the skull
Yeah.
and pulling them in really close, kind of to hide the like play along,
Yeah.
but their eyes go red
Who's?
as they do it, as they inflict it.
Okay. Azakai is like in this boat. You go in for that attack. Azakai is coming around behind. You see them like slip in behind in it like this smooth motion as they kind of like slide around and like catch Rune's torso so that they're spinning around behind him. You see that in one motion, like they take their gauntlet off, grab his hand. I'm going to make a grapple check with advantage for Azakai. This is God, I really hope it's anything better than that. Okay, make an athletics check for Rune.
He's a wizard. He's a
Slips around, boom, slams the gauntlet onto Rune's hand, like takes it and like taps the back of it, and he just says, "Gloves on your hand now, you overcompetent bastard." And there is a like basically like magic missile goes off out of the gauntlet, being cast from Rune's hand hits both of you. You're going to take 2 points of force damage, and Barnabas, you're going to take 4 points of force damage. Mass suggestion, though,
Why am I 4?
is done as the damage is coming
From him. Oh, amazing.
That is Azekai's turn. Barnabas, it is your turn.
Thank goodness.
Wait a minute.
I'm looking
It was-
terrible.
It passed you because mass suggestion got
Yeah.
cast.
Both of
But
you
now that the
got
mass suggestion,
charmed,
so
now you're broken.
but now
out
that the
of it.
mass suggestion is broken, on Azekai's turn, it is Barnabas' turn.
Okay. Well, this is what we're going for, so I'm just going to Scorching Ray him right in the face.
Okay.
I'm a wizard. I know he's got counter spell, but I've got nothing else to do.
That's ranged spell attacks, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, go ahead and make them.
Okay.
First, there's 3 rays.
So there is. Hang on. You hurl 3 fiery rays. You
Yeah,
hurl
and then I think you
one
make a spell
target
attack
range
for
of
each
7.
one.
Yeah. Okay, 27 to hit.
All right.
Hits.
So now I roll 3 separate.
Roll. So.
Oh, 4d6.
Well, so for each one you roll, I think,
Yeah.
right? So there's 3 rays that go out,
Mhm.
like kind of like
So
Eldritch. So roll for
so
each
roll
one.
damage. Roll.
Just
damage.
roll for all of them, and then you can roll the total damage at the end.
Okay.
So we'll just see how many of the 3 hit. So that
Okay.
first one hits, and then go ahead and roll.
I just got 2 nat 20s in a row for so 27 for both. And dirty 20.
So the first 2 rolls on those spell attacks were nat 20.
Nat 20s up to 27 and then a
I
dirty 20.
always, even though they're spell attacks, I always flavor those as crits, which means that your damage die for those are doubled.
Doubled. Okay, fantastic.
What does each scorching ray do?
2d6.
2d6. So, and all 3 are a hit.
Yes.
So you're going to roll
6 points of damage.
10d6
Oh, 10d6. Okay, hang on.
with those 2 crits.
Lovely, hang on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
If anyone wants to send all the kids
So
to dice.
5, 8, 9.
Do you have any more?
I'm here. You know
We
what?
need one more.
Fuck me. I've got
10.
one. There you go.
Thank you very much. So,
Not my calculator.
literally all of these.
You're about to kill my serious overcompetent boy over here.
I think it's 4, 7, 8,
He's a 12th level wizard and he's kind of fucked right now.
14, 18, 22, 25, 31, 32, 34.
I say down? Is he down?
And you did 37?
71. Not bad. For 2 attacks.
Barnabas, I want you to describe to
Oh,
me how
yeah!
you kill Rune.
Oh, wonderful.
I'm sad he's dead, but God.
I'm not. It's, yeah. So, hang on, give me a sec. So possibly the angriest that anyone has seen Barnabas after being incarcerated and interrogated by a low-level pissant, and finding Virgil and being threatened by Rune. There is no quarter left in Barnabas anymore. So he just raises both hands, aims at Rune's face, and just blasts the most powerful fire spell that he's cast in a very long time, completely charring and decapitating Rune, leaving a charred stump.
God. Or.
Oh yeah, just
okay.
narrowly avoiding Jace.
Yeah. Like the head that they were holding.
Yeah.
Just
Gone.
It's
gone.
come
Like,
off.
Yeah.
Yeah. You are holding a
The
burning
head
orb
comes
that
up.
you quickly
You
drop.
just see Azakai like looking from behind where the head was, like locking eyes with you, Barnabas. Like just sort of like grabs onto the gauntlet as the body slides out of the gauntlet.
Oh, and I have 12
hits the
health, so
floor.
Barnabas is
with
like
a thud.
really beat up and heavy breathing.
Yeah.
He's really old. So-
That arcane alarm is still going off to summon other paragons.
Remind me not to
Azakai
summon you.
looks at you. We
Alright.
have to go now.
We need to
All of you help me bring Virgil out of this room now.
We don't have time. We gotta go
So-
now.
Damn it!
Oleander's a bit stunned because Rune was her friend, and didn't expect this to go down, and looks at the charred remains of Rune and sheds a light tear and is in awe and shock.
I mean, we don't notice that. We were trying to kill him, so...
Well, this...
No, go on,
this,
go on.
this I have history
Ollie,
with this
Yeah.
Ollie,
man.
we have to go.
We have to go.
I know your feelings are conflicted here, but we have to go.
He's dead. We're leaving.
There will be time to mourn later. Be
Oh.
angry if you want, but we need to leave.
Oleander looks to the door and heads out towards Virgil.
Okay.
This one.
You are all
And that
taking.
one.
Brandis, as Azakai like takes off running down the hallway, as Azakai takes off running down the hallway, are you following? Are you leaving Virgil behind?
The alarm's already going.
Mom's already going.
Might as well pull him out of there. I mean, I'm a very old man. Is no one going to stay and help me take Virgil? Really?
Roll me a persuasion check.
I'm the only reason you're out of yourselves.
I mean, not for Jace. They had
Yeah,
that well in
Yeah,
hand.
roll me a persuasion- roll
I
me
mean,
a
the door was still
persuasion-
closed.
roll me a persuasion
I'm gonna
check.
let
Okay.
your persuasion check
Oh.
ride for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
No, 11.
No, I'm gonna help Virgil out.
Okay, give me an athletics check.
All right. I'm gonna do that.
And you can do it with
Oh,
advantage.
with
'cause I would
advantage, yeah.
assume that you would want.
I'm a very old man, but I'm still
to make-
helping.
Yeah. So make an athletics check with advantage.
Me as well, or just all the other?
Just over here.
Oh, that's a 20. Wait, that's 26.
Nice.
Right off. Virgil's still in the cocoon, but like over your shoulder.
Nice.
Amazing.
We gotta go now.
All right, quick as we can, everyone.
You
Thank you, Oleander.
head out of there. I am going to
the
roll.
only time he's lowered his voice.
There is a solarium right outside of this detention center where you have been brought in the 8th ring. I'm gonna roll a luck check to see if you encounter any paragons.
Oleander's gonna run in front of the group.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna roll like 11 or higher. No paragons. You make it to the solarium.
I'm so
10 or
spent.
lower. 10 or lower. I'm gonna say on a 10 through
Like shaking.
on a 5 through 10, there will be at least one paragon. If it is lower than a 5, I'm going to roll a die to determine how many paragons.
Oh my god.
There
okay,
are.
okay.
Fuck me.
It's a 6. Wow. Wait, was that a 6 or a 9?
We got one.
It doesn't
6.
matter. Okay.
Which one are you gonna pick?
Hold on 1 second.
I'm squealing. I'm dying inside.
I have a rebuttal, but it's going to be the cruelest thing that Brian of us has ever done. Because he's fucking done. He's done now.
Okay. All of you are. God.
This is crazy.
All of you are running out of this detention center. You like bust down the front door. There is a series of like wide set steps that descend. You see the solarium like lit up from the interior over on your right at the base of the steps. It's a couple 100 feet away. You're all running down the stairs. Oleander, you've got Virgil like over your back. Everything around you, it is like instantly a candle being snuffed out, goes dark. And I need all of you to make me a wisdom save.
Why is it never intelligence?
Is this?
17.
Let me check the wording on my thing.
Oh, that's a 16.
Mm. 18.
All of you are going to. There was nothing. No one got a 19 or higher, right?
No.
On the wisdom save? Yeah.
We need a 19 or higher. Are you kidding me?
All of you are going to take 26 points of necrotic damage.
What?
Well,
That's crazy.
I'm on the floor.
That's crazy. You're down, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm down.
As the lights go out, with it come. There is an intense cold that spreads, not from the exterior like a wind, but from your interior, like when the heart fails to beat the blood that you so dearly need through your veins.
This is not something silvery barbs can help with, is it?
No, because silvery
about-
barbs makes somebody. It makes it like an opponent like re-roll a roll.
Wait, what about absorb elements?
Absorb element, no,
It's
because
not. It's
necrotic
necrotic.
damage is
Yeah.
an element. And you said you're no one else is down, but Barnabas, you're going
Oh, I'm
down.
down. I'm extremely down.
All of you.
I'm also down.
You are also down. Okay. All of you, in this moment of intense cold and darkness. I'm not going to make. I'm going to say the only person that needs to make a perception check here is Barnabas. No one else needs to make one, so Barnabas, give me a perception check.
Mm-hmm.
Barnabas is down.
17.
All of you see a figure. The skin is so decayed that it hangs off of the gaunt frame, much the same way that like the tattered clothes do. A cloak wrapped around, little pieces hanging off, like you see exposed bone and almost dehydrated muscle wrapped, barely clinging to the inside, like there's no real true strength left in this thing. A skull covered in that same sort of like rotting skin, fallen over so that really only one eye cavity is exposed. Deep within the recess of this one cavity that is exposed, you see a faint purple light glimmering. Cut off at an angle, like the top of the head is cut, and just you see exposed part of the brain inside and the stem. Above, hovering about 3 inches or so off of you see a simple golden crown, 3 little pointed peaks to it. And Barnabas, on your 17 perception check, I would like for you to describe to me in this moment, you're going to have to make it up if you haven't thought of it, and that's okay. I would like you to describe to me what Barnabas's family crest looked like.
Yeah. I've not thought about it yet.
Not a crest that you wear anymore.
No. Oh, you bastard. So the first thing that came to mind was two hands holding a flaming heart. Very quite simple.
Center of the crown in Boston, two hands holding a flaming heart, and as you go unconscious, Barnabas, you see the family sigil above what could really only be described as a Lich King. And that's where we're going to end the session.
Oh, you absolute fucking...
Thank you everyone for watching.
Thank you.
This has been Heralds of the Northwind, and we'll be back next Wednesday with another session. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.